I was looking at examples in Cypress Discord channel. People were discussing different situations, and this particular situation arises a lot. The user is asking, how can I write a utility function or a page object where I can get multiple values from the page? For example, get the values of multiple input elements or multiple texts from the page. The user is trying to get promise all to wait. Of course, it doesn't work because Cypress chainable is not a promise, right? You cannot wait for multiple elements by doing promise all multiple elements. So I have a recipe that shows a possible solution, and in fact, I have a recipe that shows multiple solutions to the problem. And in this video, I'll show my favorite way of getting multiple values from the page and using them in your test. For this example, I have a form. I have a couple of input elements, first name, last name, and the value is already set. And I'm writing a little utility function that gives me the values in the form right now. And once I get those values, I will confirm them. Here's the simplest way to get each element one by one. You just get each element one by one. For example, you can say, give me the first name. And because I'm interested in value, I'll invoke the jQuery val. And the trick is to save a value as an alias, for example, first name. Okay, let's get the second input, which is the last name. Save it as an alias, last name. And right now, it just saves the values. Now, if I want to use an source, for example, should deep.equal, that assumes that this utility function yields an object. So the first thing we need to do is we need to return the last command, so it can be chained. Okay. Right now, it yields the last alias, which is the value. We need the object. Okay, so how do we get the object? Here's the trick. We will still return the chain, and at the end, when we ran all our commands, we'll attach one callback using cy.then. And instead of using an arrow function, we're going to use function syntax. And the function syntax is unique because you are inside a function callback in Cypress and in Mocha, because this behavior counts in Mocha. Each alias that Cypress creates automatically creates property on this object. For example, this.fname and this.lname. Okay, so we can return an object with both properties. Okay, now notice we're already getting the values, so all we have to do, write our expectation correctly. Perfect. Very convenient. You write flat lists of commands, okay? And at the end you attach one more then callback. In this case, to make it even more convenient, we don't have to return this. We can just return the last cy.then or return an object. So this is how I would write utility function. It gets the current values of multiple elements on the page.